Hey, it's Dan, and it's a cold, wet and windy Monday morning here in December. And so today, on today's Monday Motivation, what I wanted to talk to you about was basically about how January is going to work out. So, like, it's really cold now, and it's not too bad, even though it's wet and it's windy and it's grey out there. I mean, just look at this out here, it's shocking, isn't it? Let's wind that window down, just have a look. Look at that. How attractive is that? Not very. It's just, where's the sun gone? But we don't mind, do we? And we don't mind because it's coming up to Christmas, because that's what December is, and it's always very exciting. Lots of parties and opportunities to get dressed up and go out and have a drink and meet some friends and eat too much and drink too much and spend too much, which is a problem anyway. But so we don't mind this side of Christmas, but it's next side of Christmas that seems to bother most people. I've just been listening to Radio 1. I thought I'd get down with the kids and listen to Radio 1. And it didn't take me long to remember why I don't listen to Radio 1 or any radio or TV, frankly. Because I like to control what goes in, you see. And not listen to other people's crappy opinions. Even though he might be a DJ on Radio 1, he's still got crappy opinions. I'll give you one of the crappy opinions that he's just had. Was about just what I was saying, about December being great this time, this side of Christmas. And then after this side of Christmas, once we get past Christmas and we're into January, it's depressing because there's nothing to look forward to. Are you kidding me? Nothing to look forward to? I think my phone's falling down. Hang on, let's put it back up. There we go. There's loads to look forward to. Absolutely tons to look forward to. There is the whole of next year, for example. There's your summer holidays that you've yet to book. And if you've not booked them because you can't afford it, well, how much is it going to cost? So let's just say it costs, let's pick a nice easy sum, one that I can actually work out. Let's say it costs 1,200 quid to go to Turkey, 2 people. I don't know if you can get that for 1,200 quid, I'm pretty sure you can. Or Egypt, or Spain, or whatever, right? So let's say you start saving in January, £200 a month, each month, until you get to June, you've got 1,200 quid, there's your holiday. So if you're thinking that you can't afford it, well, actually you can. There's loads to look forward to. And I hate it when people give their crappy opinions about what they may not be looking forward to, when there's plenty of opportunity for everybody else to look forward to stuff. So there's 2 things coming off this Monday Motivation. The first thing is, you've got to start protecting what goes in here. And you've got to stop listening to other people's crappy attitudes, especially those negative ones. Like, you could say, well, I'm going to switch you off, Dan. And yeah, you can do that. But at least my opinions are a little bit more positive than, well, there's nothing to look forward to in January. So that's the first thing, is stop listening to other people's crappy opinions and start deciding your own. The second thing I want you to get off this course, number 2, is, what is it? I've just forgotten because I'm driving. Let me sort this out as well. Hang on a second. Oh, look at that, looking good. There's my hand. Oh, yes. It's probably worse than it was before. But the other thing I wanted you to take away from this is, although it's only December and it's this side of Christmas, as in before Christmas, it's your responsibility to start looking at what you're going to start planning for next year, so you've got something to look forward to. So we do this with people who've got anxiety, depression, or any of these sort of negative issues going on. We get them to book in something that will give them a little bit of hope. We get them to book that in, because there's no point in just listening to everybody else's negative stuff and not having anything booked in and not having anything to look forward to. Having something to look forward to gives you hope, okay? So when we've got this level of different emotions, from negative right up to positive, right near the top we've got hope, and just above that we've got joy. So that when you book in that holiday or whitewater rafting or whatever that thing that you wanted to do happens to be, not only are you looking forward to it, and we call that hope, but then actually when you get there, we call that enjoyment. Enjoyment, think about that word, enjoy, E-N. N in French is in, enjoy. So you are in joy. I'm pretty sure that's where it comes from. I'm sure it'll be Latin, let's face it, but that's where French derives from. Anyway, it's not a French lesson or a Latin lesson. It's a motivation lesson. It's a Monday motivation. So listen, stop listening to other people's crappy opinions. Switch the goddamn radio off. It's all right listening to music, and if you want to do that, that's great. I listen to music all the time. But I listen to it on my 1980s iPod. Oh, it's not 80s, but it feels like it. I've had it years. It's absolutely rammed full of music, and it's also rammed full of positive stuff, motivation. I download all sorts of stuff I've got ebooks on here, I've got programs that I've bought for Facebook advertising. It's all on there. I'm in the car, I'm driving, I can listen to it. I can get either educated or I can get motivation and inspiration from podcasts and that sort of thing. But then the second thing is that you've got to start planning. What are you going to do next year? What are you wanting to achieve? What have you got to look forward to? And if you're going, well, I've got nothing to look forward to, then find something to look forward to. Book it in. What could it be? It doesn't have to be a lot of money. So it could be, I'm going to hire a bike for the weekend. I'm going to cycle Leeds to Manchester Canal. Awesome. When are you going to do that? I'm going to do it in July. It's going to take me 2 days. I'm going to stay overnight. I've got a friend to do it with. Perfect. That's not going to cost a lot. It costs 50 quid. It's not exactly going to cost you a lot in petrol, is it? Because you are the petrol, effectively. So it costs you food and maybe a hotel. Maybe bang a tent on the back and sleep in a tent somewhere. But listen, there's loads of different things that you can do, but you've got to plan it in. I don't want to hear from people that, oh, well, I've got nothing to look forward to. You've got lots to look forward to. You've got your entire future life to look forward to. And I was just thinking before we came onto this video about your future self and about, you know, let's take the gym, for example. If I'd have started the gym up 2 years ago and I went 3 times a week for 30 minutes every week, well, I wouldn't need to go now, would I? I mean, I would, because you want to keep it up. But you won't have to lose weight. You won't be overweight, would you? Let's face it. So what's the thing that your future self is going to thank you for? Is it, in fact, going to the gym? And is it, you know, losing 2 stone? And if you say, well, I can never lose 2 stone. Yeah, you can if you take 2 years over it. That's something to look forward to. That's like £1 a month. That's £1/4 pound a week. You can easily do that. Everyone can do that. But you've got to plan it. You've got to look forward to it. You've got to book it in and start doing it properly. It's just what you've got to start doing. It's the way in which we start to move forward. If you don't plan anything in and you've got nothing to look forward to, then life does suck, quite frankly. And it'll continue to suck until you start deciding to plan stuff in. So this is the start of the Monday Motivations. I might be driving, I might be at the airport. Who knows where I'll be, where we're going to start doing these. But I'd love to hear your feedback. Let me know what stuff you listen to in particular. I'm always interested in that. If you've got anything motivational that you listen to, I'd love to hear that. Because I'm always looking for new stuff myself, and we'll publish it. We'll let people know what other people are listening to, which is awesome. And then also, let me know what you got booked in. I'd love to know. A friend of mine a couple of weeks ago did a charity boxing match. He actually won. We weren't sure if he was going to come out alive or dead, quite frankly, and certainly we thought his face might have been rearranged a little bit. But no, he survived it quite well. But that's what he looked forward to, raising money. And he did it through doing something he's never done before, which was a white-collar boxing charity match, which is pretty awesome, I think. And he's done stuff like an Ironman, and he's done all sorts of crazy stuff. But you can do all of that too. So listen, I'd love for you to drop me a line to let me know what it is that you're actually doing. That'd be cool. I might even publish some of them, and why not record a little video like this one too? That'd be awesome. You don't need to do a lot. I'm in the car, I'm driving around, just popping into town to do a little bit of Christmas shopping. So you can do them anyway. All right, awesome. My name's Dan Latto. Hope that's useful for you. Take care.